peace and love. So I just tried to start this video and I recorded 11 minutes of it, but I just felt the need to start again, so we're going to start it again. And what I want to say is basically that I've been feeling the energies of Melchizedek, Joseph, and Joan of Arc. And I was going to come and do a connection with either Joan of Arc or Joseph, as I've been feeling their energies, or Melchizedek, whichever one was stepping forward at the time when I was going to come and connect. And then as I was coming to, it was coming closer to the time for me to sit down and do the connection, the energy of Melchizedek was stepping out and making himself much more present than the other energies. And then, for some reason, I kept seeing the triangle, the triangle in my mind. And also, I was being brought back to a video that I had did that's on my channel. And I think there's probably about 2 where energy brought forward this message of 3, it was the message of 3 beings or 3 spiritual teachers or 3 spiritual gurus coming together and kind of channeling or bringing forward the energy of God. And then I kept getting this sense that I needed to connect with 3 energies, and it was more so, I want to call it the godly trinity. And I feel that this is something that is going to become more frequent on the channel, connecting with 3 energies and bringing forward this perspective or this essence of God, which is what's coming to me. It's almost that 3 divine beings brings forward the essence of God. I can't explain it, but that's the way it's coming. So then I thought, let me pull some cards, see what comes out, see what energies are present. And the interesting thing was that, and I understand that the Bible and Christianity and those kind of things, they're not necessarily the whole truth or anything like that, but and they are just maybe one perspective, one side to the truth, one side of one perspective of like the creator and so on. But the 3 cards that came out all had a link to kind of like this energy of God. In each of the descriptions in the Keepers of Light deck by Carol Gray, God is mentioned. So if I just quickly go to each card, I'll be able to just find the little parts that give us those confirmations. So we have Melchizedek, which is on page 80. Melchizedek is a high priest who is mentioned in the Bible's Book of Genesis and many other sources. He is here to assist the earth through the ascension process, which is basically moving everyone and everything back to the state of love and harmony. So then we have the Shekinah. I can't pronounce it, but this card. And I'll show you the Melchizedek card as well. So we have the Shekinah. Let's read that one as well. Page 106. Okay, so the Shekinah is the twin flame of the Holy Spirit. It is the female aspect of the God particle or creation energy. She is more of an essence than a being, but has the ability to show herself in ways that we will understand. She is acknowledged in the sacred teachings of Judaism and also called the Sophia of Christ in the Gnostic Gospels. She is a powerful female voice of the Spirit who is here to bring about equality and to help the world move on from the male-only image of God. She reminds us that God is all-loving and all-accepting. Whenever she appears in a reading, she points out change-makers, the love creators and gift sharers of the world who are here to unite all hearts around the world. And then we have the Divine Director, which is the final card. That was that came out of the deck. And that card actually jumped out at me. The Divine Director, so page 100. The Divine Director is a facet of the heart of the Creator. According to New Thought teachings, his energy is merged directly with God's divine plan so that we can access it and understand on a deeper level what will support our true function, which is to be happy. The Divine Director works directly with angels, and in particular guardian angels, so that they can fulfill their role supporting the earth and all of her people. Right now, your angels are reminding you that your divine purpose on earth is to remember love and to do what makes you happy. So if you just in those parts that I've read, you can see the links and the confirmations of this energy of God, this creator energy, this godly trinity energy. So then I pulled a card just to see, kind of give us a feel, maybe what this, so a card that will relate to the messages that these beings have come forward. And the card that came out was Horus, Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. So this is obviously to do with perception, but we'll also get into this when we get into the reading. Yeah, sorry. So we'll also get into it when we get into the reading, but it was more so about perception and our mind and the way that we look at things, the way that we see the world, but also the way that we feel it as well. So it was coming as well. The next card that also came out, which was, again, we'll get into it a bit more deeply when we get into the reading, is Lady Nada. I don't know how it's pronounced, but or Nada. And before this card came out, I was seeing the colour green in my mind's eye, and I was thinking it was going to be something to do with the heart center. And this card is actually heart awakening. Again, linking to this card of the gateway, the opening of our heart center, the opening of our heart space. But it's already been open. It's just the fact that we're feeling a lot more. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. Okay. So I think what we're going to do at this point is I'm just going to take a moment to just zone in on the energies that we have present. See if any one of these beings or essences want to step forward and give us any messages, or if they are looking to communicate in kind of a trio kind of way. It's like I'm getting all three of them, Melchizedek, Shekinah, and the Divine Director. They're all taking a point of the triangle, and all three of them are standing on a different point, and they are putting like their energy in the center, or like I see them like putting their hand like that into the middle of the triangle, almost as if they are connecting their energies. I'm getting that they are all taking a different part in like the expression of the creator or the expression of God. It's like one is taking I'm getting Shekinah is taking it's like the things below the body, like emotions and neurons and mental processes. And then Melchizedek, he's almost like the physical body, And then the Divine Director, I'm getting throat chakra, the voice, is the expression part of it. It's the Divine Director is the part that once everything is brought together, so like my voice, it's almost that the Shekinah is part of the things that are beneath the body, like emotions and mental processes and those kind of things, and neurons. And then the body, when those two they combine, then a person is able to express. And the expression is what comes from within. I'm getting the back chakras, or the chakras on, the back. They're saying that we are and have been just focusing upon the chakras that are on the front of our bodies, and they're reminding us that there's a front and back to each chakra, and that both sides have to be taken care of. Both sides have to be put in balance. It's that one spins clockwise and the other spins anti-clockwise, and both must be spinning simultaneously. I'm getting also that it has a lot to do with time as well. That if the front chakra is spinning one way and the back chakra is spinning the other, if the front chakra is spinning one way and the back chakra is not spinning, then you can get lost in matters of the future to do with that chakra though. And the same for the back chakra, that if it's spinning its way and the front chakra is not spinning its way, then you can be left in matters of the past to do with that chakra. I'm getting more so it's about the heart chakra, that if your back chakra is spinning anti-clockwise or even clockwise, whichever way it's meant to spin, then and the front chakra is not spinning, then you can get trapped in heartbreak matters of the past. And the same with the future, you get trapped in contemplating matters of heartbreak or matters that it's almost like the thoughts that you have in your mind help to create broken-hearted matters for the future. I'm feeling that Melchizedek has something to say on his own. That message that was just given was a Trinity message. It was from three of them. He's saying, Melchizedek, that sometimes it's important to stand alone. He's also saying that sometimes it's not about being seen as perfect. Okay. He's saying sometimes you are to let your heart speak for itself, to let your energy introduce you. Rather than you introducing your energy and explaining your energy. And when he's saying explaining your energy, he means more so explaining who you are. It's more so about allowing your energy to speak for itself. And if people can't see you for who you are, then that's basically their business. That's their concern. That's not nothing for you to worry about. Shekinah. She's saying that there is female energy all around. There has always been a female force. I'm getting like far more powerful. It's almost like they give me the message far more powerful than men, but it's almost that they don't want me to say that. It's like it feels like this. It just feels like they don't know how people would respond to them hearing that the female energy or the feminine energy is more powerful than masculine energy. And again, it's not saying women are more powerful than men. We're talking about energies and remembering that both men and women have masculine and feminine energy. She's saying, and again, she's reminding me that she's a she, but she's reminding me that she's in essence, just as the book reminds us that she's in essence and not a physical being. But she's saying that we will see, time will tell, time will show the power and the beauty of femininity. She's also saying we will see like the structure in femininity. She's showing me that femininity is mostly associated with fluidity, and I would personally agree with that. And also I'm getting freedom, but there's also an element of structure. It's like the structure and the stability of the world, and our world is given to masculinity. That masculinity is the responsible for the groundworks of society. But I'm getting it, without femininity there would be no momentum to put things into place. It's almost that like masculinity is oxygen itself, the actual compound, but femininity is the action of us breathing in the oxygen. That without that action, there would be kind of like, things wouldn't move. There wouldn't be expansion without femininity. That's what I'm getting from that. Divine Director wants to bring a message forward on his own also. And he's saying that God's will, and it's almost that God's will is for women to be respected. Okay, and it's not that women are more important, but they are a physical representation of femininity. They are what human beings associate femininity with being a woman. And the role of the woman right now is needed, it's necessary, because they are going to help bring masculinity and femininity in all beings back into balance. And I'm seeing that the way that we are going to bring it back into balance is that we are going to see, it's either we are going to see or there's a need for more women to be in power. There's a need for also more, okay, I'm being shown this is why there's this feeling of increased femininity in men. It's because it's the rise of the feminine energy, because it's something to do with a lack of respect for the woman and also femininity. And men, they're not becoming more feminine, they are just expressing more femininity because it's something that is happening on the inside of them. It's a change that is happening on the inside of them at a cellular level. The energies that are present on earth are that of change, and that's where I'm seeing that the card, the Horus card, the cosmic gateways, and also the heart chakra card of its femininity that is being changed. That is the gateway that's opening. I'm not explaining this well, but they change on the inside of the men that is helping to bring forward respect for women in general. And again, it's not even about women, it's more about people understanding masculine and feminine energy, and that we all have it, and that we should all be free to express it. And that's why there's a change in men, because they are not going to be able to respect women for being women without feeling their own femininity. Again, the Divine Director is saying God's will is to have women and men equally respected. But right now, women are below men. So it's almost that there is a increased focus in society at the moment on femininity, because again, we link femininity to women, and to have increased femininity, have more respect for femininity will translate into us having more respect for women, bringing men and women back into balance, bringing men and women back into union, making it easier for us to transition into the age of light, because there's going to be more of equality between men and women. I'm getting a collective message again. I'm seeing them put their hands together over the triangle again, or taking a point. And it's almost like they've switched positions, that somebody else is taking what is beneath the body. I don't know why I keep saying what's beneath the body when I'm referring to like the emotions, and I keep getting the neurological transmitters or whatever, synapses, and then somebody else is taking the position of the body, and then somebody else is taking the position to express what is coming, if that makes sense. And I'm getting that there's like this need to look up at the sky collectively, and I don't know why, but it feels like over time more and more people at night time will begin to look up at the sky because of the feeling that it's going to give, or because of the light codes, or it's almost that looking up at the sky connects you to the other dimensions. And it's something that can be felt. And more people are going to be looking up at the sky as time goes on. And I don't know why, but I'm seeing like Egypt. I'm getting that that's how something began a while ago. That it began by people looking up at the sky and collectively beginning to think that there's more out there than meets the eye, there's more out there than we've been told. It's that it's time for us to rediscover that we are one big family, that we've always been one big family. And when we are talking about past generations and past civilizations, that we are talking about past families. And we should look at it as them being our, and yes, they are, we obviously understand that they are our ancestors, but it's saying to make it more of a personal connection rather than them just being, distant people that used to live on earth. More so feel it as if your grandmother died, that, or your great grandmother died, you would feel that bond. We need to feel the past people that used to live on earth and really feel that we are a part of them and they are a part of us. I'm getting that the more we feel them, the more we kind of access their, I'm getting energetic, and I'm getting left behind blueprint or energetic imprint, left behind imprint. The more we connect with that, the more we're going to understand the pyramids, the more we're going to understand other kind of codes, other kind of Gnostic text. I'm also getting the more that we transition into the age of light, the age of love, the more knowledge and information is going to be made available. I can see them filling my head with information, and they're saying that they're storing it for another day. They're literally ramming it tight, filling it to the brim, my head. So Shekinah saying, well done. Melchizedek's not saying anything, he's just looking at me like. And the Divine Director has his hand on his heart. I'm seeing all this in my mind's eye. So, I thank you for joining me. I thank you for being present with me. We're going to leave this video here. I thank energy, I thank my guides. I thank Melchizedek, the Shekinah, and the Divine Director for their messages, for their teachings. Everlasting gratitude, peace and love. Ashe.